Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Money Monday. Come on in. We're getting everything situated. We, as in me, myself, and I, we're going to be starting in about a minute or so tonight for Money Monday. We are talking about 6 money moves. Let me get my notes. 6 money moves to improve your finances ASAP. And so, come on in. Give me some hearts if you guys can hear me. I got 3 screens going on right now, so I want to make sure everything is aligned. Unfortunately, you can't do something with Instagram and Facebook and run them on the same account at the same time. It's a bunch of hoopla. But anyway, so we're talking about 6 money moves to improve your finances ASAP. And let's get started. It's 9 o'clock. So I got this idea and this content from an Inc. article from 2015. I switched it up a little bit, put my spin on it, but I thought, wow, this is such great content. Why not, recommunicate, redistribute, share this information that I found? And of course, I put my spin on it. But before we talk about that, I'm going to give you the name of the article. The name of the Inc. article, Inc.com article, is 5 money actions that will immediately improve your finances. If you want to go look it up, I'm paraphrasing it and, like I said, putting my spin on it. But let's hop right in. So a few months ago, I guess it was, I was having a conversation with my niece, and we were talking about money and finances and what that looks like. And I told her that most people, and I think I've shared this before, I said most people think that if they make a few good decisions a week, then they're a good decision maker, right? And a lot of people think if they make a few big money moves, and they make those good choices, that means that they're a decision maker, a good money decision maker. But that's not always the case, right? And we know that's not always the case because it's those small things that will really put a dent in your finances. A small hole will sink a big ship or to sink a yacht. And so it's not the new car purchase. It's not the home purchase. It's not how you handle your student loans. It's what you do in your day-to-day life that's really going to impact your finances overall. Okay. And so that's basically what we're talking about. So 6 things that you can do, like, that'll give you almost immediate results. Really take a couple weeks, maybe, yeah, but it's going to put you way ahead of the curve, especially if you're struggling. So let's get into the list. The first thing is to live without luxury. We live in this treat culture, and we make jokes about it and we laugh about it, but really, like, oh, I need a little treat. And it's those little treats, those $5 Starbucks runs, those little things that you do, that $50 pair of boots, that $25 here, $100 here, that's really putting a big dent in your finances. So if you want to make a drastic improvement in your finances, like, quickly, cut out a lot of those small luxuries, right? And when I say a luxury, it doesn't have to be cheap. It doesn't have to be expensive. I'm not just talking about buying Birkin bags, but I'm also talking about, like I said, those Starbucks coffee runs, eating out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, having 5, 6, 7 different streaming platforms. If you want to see a difference, cut out those little luxuries. And then see if you can do it for a week, right? If you can stop eating out for a week, that's going to make a substantial difference in your money. And that's where those money challenges come in, right? Those no spend challenges. So try to cut out those luxuries for a week or so, a month or so, and see how you do, and see how much drastically your finances will change. The second thing is to call somebody who owes you money. Yikes. This is big in the, what do they call it? The generational gap that we fill in for people when they don't have a lot of money, right? Maybe we were the breadwinners in our family. Maybe we're doing well, so we're helping people. But if somebody owes you money, call them. Right? And you don't have to show up like Al Capone. You don't have to show up like Nicky Barnes with your baseball bat and your goons in the back. It can be a very nice conversation. The goal of the conversation is to really think of solutions, stay positive, and then most importantly, to start the convo, right? And so if somebody owes you money, maybe you won't get your money today. Maybe you won't get it tomorrow, but at least you've reminded them that you need your money back and you expect your money back. And you can start that process and start that conversation, start that dialogue so that it puts it back on the top of mind for them and on their radar, and they can start coming up with a plan to pay you back. Okay. Number 3 is to reduce one item in your budget by a few dollars. Now, I said a few dollars. The article said a percentage. If you don't track by percentage, all you have to do is lessen it by a few dollars. And when I talk about things in your budget, I'm talking about car insurance. So car insurance, of course, hopefully you have car insurance. It's something we all need. It's something that's like we legally have to have it. But these car insurance companies, they are steady raising their prices over the last couple years or so. So shop around for new car insurance. I talked about our food budget a few weeks back. Switch up how you're handling your food budget. Try something different. Try a new process. Try a new idea. Just something that's going to help you cut those costs. Cutting those costs is really what's going to help you make a huge difference quickly, right? And when you're talking about cutting those costs, if you want to make a difference very fast, you want to focus on variable expenses. So those things that go up and down from month to month. Food, gas, utilities, what else? Events, right? Entertainment, spending money, that type of thing. If you want to make a long-term change, then focus on things like rent, mortgage, so moving, trading in your car, looking at different car insurances, seeing if you're getting the best price for your cell phone, right? They come out with deals, it seems like every month for cell phone coverage, and you're missing out just because you haven't gone and checked, right? So you can just change your plan that you're on and you can save a few bucks. So reduce those items in your budget by a few dollars, just a little bit, 10 here, 50 there, 100 there. That's going to make a huge difference. 4 is save a little, right? Saving when you feel like you don't make enough money is very hard, right? And I've been there too. But I'm telling you, $500, start with 500, start with 1,000, and then work your way up. You saving just $500 just in case something happens, right? Just in case your car needs a new battery, just in case you get a blowout. If you get in an accident and your deductible is $500, if your refrigerator goes out and you need food, whatever it is, right? Start with $500, start with $1,000, do a money saving challenge. We've talked about the $5 challenge before where you save all of your fives. Figure it out, right? But you need to start saving a little bit of money so that can be your safety net when something happens. Not if, but when. And then I have this note here, get your kids saving early. I remember when I was 18, 19 years old and people used to tell me, oh, if you just save $50 a month, I didn't have no money, right? But if I had learned and been disciplined and figured out a way to save the money, I would have so much money by now. So start those kids off early on saving. 5 is to work on cash generating ideas. You need a side hustle. And if the pandemic didn't teach you anything else, it should have taught you that you need a side hustle. I've heard people say, one of my mentors said in the past, one income is too close to none, right? And that's why so many people, so many businesses struggle when the pandemic hit, is because they didn't have another way to generate money. Now, the blessing in the pandemic was it made people start looking at alternative ways and different ways and additional ways to save money, but it's absolutely needed. Nothing has changed. One of the things that I do is I sell clothes online, right? And I do very well with that. Something I sold a few months ago, I found a YSL belt for like $7 and I sold it on eBay for $350. So find something that you like to do, whether it's reselling something, whether it's a service that you're offering. Maybe you like to bake, maybe you like to plan events, maybe you're an event planner, maybe you like flowers, right? And you want to start offering floral arrangements and floral designs for weddings, maybe balloon arrangements. That's big right now. 360 photo booth. Find something that's going to help you generate some additional money outside of what you're doing in your regular job, your 9-to-5 job, or your regular business that you're doing. And then 6 is focus on lowering your debt balance. I've talked about this before as well. Lowering the amount of debt that you owe, the amount of money that you have going out, your expenses. That's going to make a huge difference in your day-to-day life. That's going to make a huge difference in your money. It's going to take that stress off a little bit. It's going to give you some wiggle room. It's going to give you the ability to do the things that you want to do. It's going to allow you to look at your financial situation, not from a place of survival, but what can I do to elevate, right? It's going to take that stress off. So definitely look at reducing that credit card debt, reducing that student loan, reducing those personal loans, all of these loans that you have. Focus on getting rid of them. Our lifestyle, and I've talked about this before if you guys have been following me, right before the pandemic started, I think in 2018, we started a debt repayment, we being my husband and I. started a debt repayment campaign where we paid off so much debt. We paid off 6 figures worth of debt. And my lifestyle, even with me making more money, even with my husband being the breadwinner, even with the income that we have, even with being sheltered in place, our lifestyle did not change until we started really focusing on our debts and focusing on that revolving debt, that consumer debt that we don't need, right? Credit card debt, personal loans, student loans, that type of thing. So focus on that. And then I have a bonus 7. I will say this every single chance I get. You absolutely need a written budget, right? If you want to see a difference and a change in your finances and you want to have a big impact in your finances quickly, right? Where you can figure out what you need to do like this. You need a budget. So what does that mean? I say that all the time. That means taking an overall look at your financial situation and figuring out what your money inventory is, right? So what do you have coming in? What do you have going out? How much, when, how regularly, so on and so forth. And then putting that in a system that you can manage, that you can track, that you can be consistent with, right? Whether that's written down on a piece of paper like this, right, with these notes, whether that's in an app, whether that's online on your cell phone where you're using, Excel sheets. I prefer not Excel sheets, it's Google Sheets. But you need a way to consistently pay your bills so that you can historically track where your money is going and how much money is coming in. If you asked me right now what I paid in November of 2015, I would be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you from this. I could go straight to my budget from 2015 and say, okay, in December, this is what was going on. We did X, Y, and Z. We paid A, B, and C. This is how much we paid. This is what went out. This is what came in. So on and so forth. I would be able to tell you that. I would be able to tell you how much debt we had at that time and who we owed and the balance on that and what the interest rate was because I have a budget. So if you're not budgeting your money where you have it written down, and when I say written down, I mean on paper or, like I said, electronically, somewhere that you can reference quickly, that you can reference often, and that you can build your lifestyle around, right? You're doing yourself a disservice. So you absolutely need that. That's it. That's the list. 6.5 money moves to improve your finances ASAP. I guarantee you, if you just take one thing off this list and focus on it. Maybe you don't have the bandwidth to do everything right now. Maybe you don't have the resources to do everything right now. But if you take one thing to focus on, you absolutely could do it. What would I focus on this list of 5? Okay, if I wasn't making enough money and my expenses was more than my income, the first thing I would focus on is generating cash money, right? Work on cash generating ideas. I would do that first. If I was comfortable, but I wasn't really living where I wanted to live and my lifestyle wasn't where I wanted to be, and I did not have a budget, I would do a budget. If I did have a budget, I would cut out one luxury. I would cut that out. Some big or cheap, smaller, whatever. I would cut out that one luxury. I typically don't loan out a lot of money. That's just me. If somebody needs something, I typically give it to them because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to see the money again. I don't have time to be being mad at my uncle. This is theoretical because he didn't pay me back my $200 or whatever it is. Just go and take it. So that's what I would do. But hopefully these tips can help you to make a big impact fast, right? Success loves speed. So focus on one thing, get that down pat, get that under wraps, and then you'll be good to go. My money reset course waitlist is open. I'm going to put that link in the chat so that you join that. If you're looking for money help, if you don't know how to budget, if you're struggling with mindset, if you make good money on paper, but that's not transitioning into what you do and how you live and how you want to live, that course is for you. It's a 6-week course. I detail all of that on the waitlist page. So I'll add that link. I love you guys. I hope you have a great week. I hope that this Money Monday, per usual, blesses you and helps you on your journey. I will see you all next week. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Bye-bye.